Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable the Lecturer Ustaz Dr. Kaharudin acting as a lecturer of Research in Health and Car and all my friends who have time to watch my video. First of all, I would like to thank Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has been giving us blessing and mercy so I can complete my assignment 12. And also little love salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from darkness to brightness. Hello, myself. My name is Widi Safana. I'm from CBIC. I'm from English Education Department, Faculty of Tarbiyah and Teacher Training at UIN Alauddin Makassar. In this question, I would like to answer the 10 questions from my assignment about writing discussion. Question number 1. What is the primary purpose of the discussion section in a research report and how does it differ from the findings section? The primary purpose of the discussion section is to interpret the meaning of research findings and connect them to relevant theories, previous studies, and research questions. While the finding section answers what was found, the discussion section answers what do the findings mean and why did they occur. Therefore, a strong discussion section should not simply repeat the results but provide a meaningful explanation of what has been found. Question number 2. According to Creswell 2018, what should researchers explain when discussing qualitative research findings? According to Creswell 2018, researchers should interpret the results, clarify whether the findings support the hypothesis, connect the results to relevant theories, compare them with previous studies, and discuss educational implications. Therefore, researchers cannot simply report numerical values. They must explain the educational significance of the statistical results. Question number 3. Why is it important to connect research findings to relevant theories in the discussion section? Connecting findings to relevant theories is important because theories help explain why the findings occurred. Without critical support, findings only stand as isolated facts without deeper academic meaning. For example, improvements in listening comprehension to Pendergast and Goas 2021 theory of authentic listening input explains the mechanisms behind the improvement, making the discussion more credible and academically sound. Therefore, theoretical connection is a component that cannot be ignored in writing discussion section. Question number 4. Explain the difference between discussing findings in quantitative, qualitative, and mixed method research. In qualitative research, the discussion focuses on interpreting statistical research such as mean score, differences, and hypothesis testing. In qualitative research, the discussion focuses on interpreting themes, experiences, and participants' perceptions, connecting them to relevant theoretical framework. In mixed methods research, the discussion integrates both quantitative and qualitative findings and explains how both sets of data complement or confirm each other to provide a more comprehensive understanding of the research problem. Question number 5. What role do previous studies play and start heading the discussion section? Previous studies help build the credibility and contribution of the current research. By comparing findings with prior studies, researchers can show whether results are consistent with, extend, or contradict existing knowledge. If findings differ, researchers must explain possible reasons such as differences in participants, context, or instruments. Therefore, comparison with previous studies demonstrates how the current research contributes to the development of knowledge in the field. Question number 6. Analyze the following statement and rewrite into a stronger discussion statement. The post-test mean score increased from 60.5 to to for the after the information a podcast-based learning. Was it insufficient? The statement only requires numbers without explaining their meaning. It does not answer why the score increased or what it means for students learning, and contains no theoretical support, no comparison with previous studies, and no educational implication. It belongs in the finding section, not the discussion. Rewritten. The findings revealed that students' listening comprehension improved significantly after podcast-based learning, with the mean score increasing from 60.5 to 87.3. This improvement indicates that regular exposure to authentic English audio content helps students develop better listening strategies. This finding supports Vandergift and Ghost 2021 view that authentic listening input promotes comprehension skills development. The results are also consistent with previous studies reporting positive effects of audio media on eval students' listening achievement. Therefore, this study implies that podcasts can serve as an active medium for improving listening comprehension in English classrooms. Question number 7. In qualitative research, why is the sequence stem to interpretation to theory to studies to implication considered effective? This sequence is effective because each step answers a different question in order. Term identifies what was found. Interpretation explains what it means. Theory explains why it happened academically. Previous studies show whether similar results were found elsewhere. Implication explains the practical benefit for teaching, keeping, and step makes the discussion feel unsupported and ethnically weak. Therefore, this sequence ensures every finding is finally explained in a meaningful and in-depth way. Question number 8. Explain how social learning theory Bandura 1986 can be used to improve students' positive perceptions of TikTok videos in speaking classes. These results can be interpreted through Bandura 1886 social learning theory, which explains that learning occurs through observing, imitating, and modeling others' behavior. Through TikTok videos, students observe how English speakers communicate naturally, including pronunciation and expression, then gradually imitate those speaking styles. This improvement indicates that because TikTok contents feel relatable and entertaining, imitation takes place without excessive pressure, making students more comfortable practicing speaking. Therefore, this study implies that the modeling principle in social learning theory explains why TikTok positively impacts students' speaking development. Question number 9. Write one discussion paragraph for the research title Students' Perceptions of Using Artificial Intelligence AI Tools in Learning English Writing. The findings indicate that students have positive perceptions toward the use of AI tools in learning English writing. The results show that participants felt help in identifying weaknesses in their writing independently and correcting them without always relying on the teacher, which gradually built their writing confidence and autonomy. These findings can be interpreted through Vygotsky 1868 social cultural theory, where AI tools serve as a form of scaffolding that bridges students' current abilities toward higher potential. From a socio-cultural perspective, AI tools mediate various stages of the writing process and provide scaffolding for students to develop ideas and improve writing accuracy. Barra 2023. The results are consistent with Rama et al. 2022, who found that AI-assisted tools significantly improve even students' writing skills, and students present positive perceptions toward AI-assisted learning. Therefore, this study implies that English teachers can integrate AI tools in writing instruction to encourage student independence and critical thinking in eval classroom. Question number 10. Write a complete discussion paragraph following the structure quantitative findings. qualitative findings, interpretive interpretation, theory, practice studies, to educational implications. The quantitative findings indicate that students' speaking scores improve significantly after using TikTok videos, with the mean score rising from 6.542 to 7 and a significant value below 0.005. The qualitative findings further reveal that students reported increased confidence and higher motivation during speaking activities. The results show that when both findings are combined, TikTok videos not only improve measurable speaking performance but also strengthen effective conditions that support language learning. This finding supports Bandura social learning theory, which explains that students develop by observing and imitating authentic speaking models through short video features, refining their pronunciation and reducing hesitation in speaking. The results are also consistent with Fariska Adan et al. 2023, who reported that students felt more confident and motivated through TikTok, practicing in a more relaxed environment. Similarly, Rahmawati et al. 2023 reported that TikTok improves students' speaking skills in higher education. Therefore, the study implies that English teachers can utilize TikTok as a speaking learning medium that not only improves language ability but also creates a more motivating and student-centered learning atmosphere in able classrooms. That's all from me. More or less, forgive me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.